On Easter celebration, President Bola Tinubu urges Nigerians to reflect on virtues of sacrifice, redemption, love, and hope. First Lady flags off Free to Shine triple elimination campaign for Southwest.
The goal of this campaign is to address the growing complacency in the response to the spread of HIV/AIDS in Africa.
And Nasarawa State Executive Council undergoes reshuffle. Governor Abdullahi Sule says it is for efficient service delivery.
There are going to be 3 commissioners who are going to be appointed, who are going to be affected by the movement.
Hello and welcome to the news desk at 6 on NTA News 24. We're reaching you live from Abuja. I am Dennis Adegunloye. President Bola Tinubu felicitates with Nigerians, particularly the Christian faithful, as they celebrate Easter, marking the crucifixion, resurrection of Jesus Christ, the cornerstone of the faith. As a period for sober reflection, President Tinubu urges Nigerians to reflect on the virtues of sacrifice, redemption, love, and hope. Equally, the president says he draws inspiration from the message and remains committed to delivering a better and more prosperous Nigeria for all. He reiterates his administration's unwavering commitment to restoring peace and security, as he has instructed the armed forces and relevant security agencies to decisively address insecurity, and promises that there is progress. In the same vein, as Easter is celebrated, President Tinubu thanks God for the speedy recovery of Pope Francis and prays for his continued strength. He also prayed for the spirit of Easter to fill the hearts of Nigerians with faith, just as Christ triumphed over death. Likewise, he says, as a nation, we shall overcome our challenges. And as Nigerians join Christians worldwide to mark Good Friday, guests on Good Morning Nigeria wants the nation to reflect deeply on the meaning of sacrifice and its relevance to national renewal. They are unanimous that the day transcends religious observance, as it is a powerful reminder of the virtues needed to heal and rebuild the country. Lydia Sampson reports.
Good Friday commemorates the crucifixion of Jesus Christ, which the guests insist is a selfless act of love, obedience, and redemption that stands as the cornerstone of Christian faith. Now, the guests believe is the time for leadership and citizens alike to unite in tackling daunting challenges facing Nigeria, including insecurity, economic hardship, social inequality, and persistent divisions along ethnic and religious lines. The message of Good Friday, the clergyman noted, is all about sacrifice for the greater good.
It's called Good Friday because it was the climax of an assignment completed. One thing is for someone to be born, another thing is for the person to fulfill destiny.
Christ remains our perfect example. Are we together? So when you now begin to look at church leaders, why are we not having the effects of church leadership on our economy? Why are we not having the effect of church leadership on the congregation? Why are we not having the effect of church leadership on the society as it were? One thing stands out. Christ remains the standard.
They urge Nigerians, just as Christ gave himself for humanity, to embrace selflessness, unity, and compassion in both public and private life.
The need for sacrificial leadership. If you aspire to be a leader in Nigeria, be prepared to sacrifice and to exercise humble leadership. Just like Jesus knelt in front of his disciples to wash their feet. A leader should be ready to wash the feet of the poor, the needy, the marginalized, the discriminated against. That is very important. A leader must be transparent. and accountable.
The solemn day, they acknowledge, also calls attention to the suffering of millions, especially the poor and marginalized. They also want the lesson of Good Friday deployed to compel leaders and citizens alike to prioritize justice, equity, and support for the vulnerable. They are on the same page that ultimately Good Friday is a call to national renewal, to rise above self-interest, bridge divisions, and work together for a peaceful, just, and prosperous Nigeria. In Abuja, Lydia Sampson, NTA News.
Meanwhile, Inspector General of Police Kayode Egbetokun extends warm Easter greetings to the Christian faithful across the country as they mark the death and resurrection of Jesus Christ, a season symbolizing hope, renewal, and sacrifice. He urges Christians to reflect on these values and continue to promote peace, unity, and goodwill within their communities. The IGP directs all commissioners of police in state commands and formations, as well as their supervising assistant inspectors general of police, to ensure watertight security arrangements through enhanced visibility, heightened vigilance, and proactive intelligence gathering to guarantee a safe and secure Easter celebration for all citizens. And activities commemorating the crucifixion of Jesus Christ on the cross of Calvary have been held with Good Friday services in churches in Abuja. Omenka Marachukwu reports that messages of love and sacrifice resonated in the sermons delivered at these special services.
Good Friday is a significant day in the Christian calendar, observed on the Friday before Easter. It commemorates the crucifixion and death of Jesus Christ, as worshippers converged here from far and near to join in the celebration. Archbishop of the Methodist Church Nigeria, Archdiocese of Abuja, Most Reverend Michael Akiwale, reminded Christian faithful to use this period to promote peace and national coexistence.
Today, we can say that the foundation of Christianity itself was laid by the death of Christ on the cross. And that is what we are solemnly celebrating, giving thanks to God.
At the Church of Nigeria Anglican Communion, Church of the Epiphany, Venerable Ifeanyi Akuna encourages the congregants to reflect on the virtues of love, peace, and goodwill, which the central message of Easter is anchored.
We often offend ourselves in relationships, in the nation, in our offices, in our schools, in our churches, in our families. We must learn to forgive one another and to move on.
At the Baptist Church Abuja, Reverend Tam Tokwatori urges Nigerians to revive their spirit, which is the essence of the celebration.
Nigeria as a country can be great, but for Nigeria to be great, it needs people who will sacrifice, who will give, not for their own selfish gains, but for the benefit of the country, for the blessings of the generality of the people.
Prayers were offered for sustainable peace, unity, and development in the country. In Abuja, Omenka Marachukwu, NTA News.
To other news, the Southwest Geopolitical Zone has become the 5th region in the country to join the Free to Shine Triple Elimination Campaign train. This follows the flag-off of the campaign by Nigeria's First Lady, Oluremi Tinubu, in Akure, the Ondo State capital. State House correspondent Sadini Taiwo has details.
According to UNAIDS statistics of 2019, Southwest Nigeria posts HIV/AIDS prevalence ratio of 1.1% among adults aged 15 to 49, with a slightly higher prevalence among females standing at 1.5% compared to males of 0.8%. Oluwatomilayo's piece on positive lifestyle as a requirement for healthy youth set the stage for Nigeria's First Lady Oluremi Tinubu to flag off the Free to Shine Triple Elimination campaign in the zone. Focused on prevention, the launch of the campaign aims to further scale down prevalence among target groups, particularly women of reproductive age and young children.
Also, it is reported that most infants born to HIV-positive mothers are not tested within the first 2 months of birth. largely due to the fact that the mothers are not aware or they are ignorant of the consequences of their inaction. The goal of this campaign is to address the growing complacency in the response to the spread of HIV/AIDS in Africa.
While emphasizing the need to deepen engagement with all stakeholders, the First Lady also highlights the imperative of rolling back the culture of stigmatization against sufferers and survivors of the disease.
I want to commend the association and members of the Association of People Living with HIV/AIDS for their testimonies. Their stories serve as a powerful reminder of resilience and hope, inspiring others living with HIV/AIDS to seek the support and treatment they deserve with courage.
As we flag off the triple elimination campaign, we do so with the hope that no woman will have to fear preventable disease during pregnancy. We hope that no child will inherit a burden that science has already conquered.
The request made for free or heavily subsidized liver and kidney function tests for Nigerians living with HIV/AIDS is receiving the attention of the National AIDS and STI Control Program, and we're working with the National Health Insurance Agency to get such people covered so that they can enjoy the laboratory tests that they need without any financial hardship.
This campaign is about action at every level, local, national, and global. It's about empowering women, engaging men, and educating communities.
With the successful launch of the campaign in the Southwest, the Southeast is the only zone waiting to be activated. From Akure in Ondo State, Adeni Itaiwo, NTA News.
This is the news desk at 6 on NTA News 24. More reports after this break.
Baffy Furniture Easter sales is on. Enjoy unbeatable furniture deals with up to 50% off on our luxurious Turkish sofas starting from just 2.8 million naira. Get a smart bed for only 7 million naira plus 25% off our luxury collections. That's not all. Enjoy free delivery and installation in Abuja, Lagos, Enugu, and Kano. Visit any of our showrooms or shop online to take advantage of these incredible offers.
This is NTA News 24.
Welcome back. Minister of Labour and Employment Muhammadu Megari Dingyadi wants construction workers and structural engineers to do more in curbing construction and of substandard infrastructure and preventing recurrent structural collapses across Nigeria by upholding professionalism. The minister gave this advice at the new National Secretariat of the Construction and Civil Engineering Senior Staff Association in Abuja, where issues of work safety and health took center stage. Joseph Otsen has details.
Together, we must prioritize sustainable building practices, invest in capacity development, and uphold the highest standards of professionalism and safety.
Minister of Labour and Employment Mohammed Megari Dingyadi addressing construction workers and structural engineers on the crucial roles they play in not just shaping cities, but also laying solid network of infrastructure that promotes economic development. Addressing workers' welfare, use of casual staff, and improved wages in the construction industry were other crucial issues of discourse as major actors demand adherence to international standards of decent work.
They will go and hire people who doesn't have the certification. They will hire people who doesn't have the know-how. So you cannot put two of them together. In CESA, we have people that are authority. We have people that are experienced. We have people that are registered.
Anybody that is not registered should not be allowed to practice. And I think NSC and Koren, they are taking that challenge.
The event culminated in the minister inaugurating the new National Secretariat of the Construction and Civil Engineering Senior Staff Association in Kuje. In Abuja, Joseph Otsen, NTA News.
The Nigerian Tulip International College, NTIC, says it will continue to sustain its national academic initiative, the Mathematics Olympiad, which targets Nigeria's education growth. Managing Director, NTIC, Fusula Bilgin, while speaking at an awards of scholarships and cash prizes to finalists of its 22nd annual National Mathematics Competition, emphasized the school's commitment to building students' love for the subject and simplifying mathematical concepts many see as complex. Olusheye Adeagbo reports.
More than 10,000 students nationwide started the journey in February this year, and after the second round of the 22nd Annual National Mathematics Competition, these 52 students from Primary 5 and 6 and Junior Secondary category are the finalists and latest winners of the NTIC Scholarships Waivers. The National Mathematical Center and other partners are co-organizers of the project.
I commend both institutions for their tireless effort in organizing this competition and in nurturing young talent.
This is the fourth attempt of Jamaluddin Mamman Tahil from the Air Force Secondary School, Lagos State, and with emotions, he received his prizes after he emerged first in the GSS3 category.
I want to become a renowned scientist.
And I can't say anything than to say a big thanks to NTIC for giving him this opportunity to explore.
I don't want to say this. I was the last in the first round. I want to thank God for this whole thing. I want to just thank him.
While bronze medalist winners bagged cash prizes with 50% reduction in tuition fee at the colleges, students who emerged winners as silver and gold medalists will have 100% free tuition plus cash prizes, as well as learning and instructional materials to their schools and teachers.
And a child who comes here studies and gets the scholarship for 6 years, which is around 3.5 billion naira. And the motivation, the reason why we are organizing this is because mathematics is like a mother of the sciences. So the history of the humanity has witnessed many examples of some certain individuals who have changed the destiny of their countries. So why not these people who are coming to our competition get this chance to become one of these people who will change the destiny of Nigeria in the future?
NTIC is one of our key partners in making this a success. Most of their students have represented Nigeria in International Mathematical Olympiad and Pan-African Mathematics Olympiad.
The NTIC says the school remains devoted to providing opportunities that elevate students academically. In Abuja, Olusheye Adeagbo, NTA News.
Let's go to Nasarawa State now, where Governor Abdullahi Sule has approved a minor cabinet reshuffle for efficient service delivery. Alu Tijani reports that the decision was taken at the State Executive Council meeting in Lafia. Also saw the council deliberating on the proposed visit of President Bola Tinubu to the state.
Those affected in the minor cabinet reshufflement are Commissioner for Environment and Natural Resources, Isaac Aladi, who has been redeployed to Ministry of Justice, while Commissioner for Women Affairs and Humanitarian Services, Margaret Elayo, has been moved to Ministry of Environment and Natural Resources. Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, Hawa Samuel, is now the new Commissioner for Women Affairs and Humanitarian Services. The development, Governor Sule says, is to ensure effective service delivery.
After working with all of you as the new team, we realize that there are a few readjustments we have to make for certain ministries. So there are going to be 3 commissioners who are going to be appointed, who are going to be affected by the movement.
Council deliberated on issues of security, where it commends security agencies in the state for the relative peace and tasked them to sustain defeat as the state government commiserate with the government and people of Plateau State over the recent attacks in the state.
Actually, the IG is getting ready to send a unit of the SPU and the anti-terrorism unit here in Lafia. All that is to assist us and help us to continue to maintain peace in our state.
Also, Council discussed the planned visit of President Bola Tinubu to Nasarawa State, where he is expected to inaugurate some legacy projects executed by the present administration in the state. The presidential visit is billed for June this year. To address challenge of inadequate power supply, Council discussed partnership between the state government and investors to construct mini grid in the state. In Lafia, Aliu Tijani, NTA News.
Elsewhere, a chieftaincy crisis has broken out in Mopa, Kogi State following the installation of Chief Muyiwa Ibeun as the new Elulu of Mopa. The move has sparked protests and legal action from a key ruling house. Some concerned citizens of the community briefed the media on the crisis. Suleiman Abdul Wahab reports.
Both parties are expected to await the results of the litigation and the appropriate order of the court before acting.
On May 17, 2024, the Mopa Traditional Council installed Chief Muyiwa Ibeun as the paramount ruler of the community, but Partia ruling house from Iloke community opposed it, claiming that the stool is usually rotates among 4 ruling houses and that it was their turn to ascend to the throne.
Tradition has its own purity, has its own character. You don't intervene. You just allow the tradition of the people to follow. And in this press conference, we have addressed that for 2 centuries, we have been doing this. We have resolved to order our existence in this manner. So don't turn it to politics.
They also alleged that Chief Muyiwa Ibeun is not from any ruling houses and that the court order had asked all parties to maintain the status quo until the dispute is resolved. They also explained that the installation violates the tradition and seek government intervention.
We want the whole world to know the truth. We are for peace and progress of Mopa. Not only for our present generation, but for our generation yet unborn. And that's why we are passionate that the correct narratives must go to the public.
They, however, appealed to the state government and the court to urgently settle the matter in the interest of development in the area. In Abuja, Suleiman Tobu Abdul Wahab, NTA News.
And that concludes the news desk at 6 on NTA News 24. Thanks for watching. I am Dennis Adegunloye.